Now that the closet in the main bedroom is complete, I'm taking the time to organize and relocate items that have just been piling up in the lavender room. This week, I'll bring you along with me as I tidy, talk about upcoming projects, and work on a wedding sign. Hello everyone, today I am in the lavender room. I was going to continue demo in the bedroom this week, but now that the closet is done, all of this needs to get taken care of, and I kind of need a little bit of an easy week. It's currently Tuesday and I'm still recovering from the closet. So what I'm going to do is get all of this organized. We have been having this in the lavender room since we moved in, and my brain has been feeling like really cluttered recently. So anytime there's like a ton of clutter in the house, my brain starts to like feel that. And so what I'm going to do now that I have the closet done is move all of this, sort through everything, donate what I can, throw what I can away, and just move everything here into its new home so that way it is done. It just needs to be done. And then once this is finalized, I'm going to go into the room and actually clean that a bit as well, because that is another space that is very cluttered and I want a nice clean work area for whenever I tackle that space next week. So let's get started with organizing and going through stuff like this. This actually might go in a drawer. I don't know. We'll see. I guess the front is as good a place to start as any. I know that these two things contain just clothing. I know that has a bunch of wires that I need to go through, and I think this box is just all old office things that are likely just going to be trash. So this is kind of sort of semi-organized, but it's just stuff that I've not gone through in a very long time. And I think I'm going to make maybe 3 separate sections of like keep, need to be organized, donate for the clothes, and then trash for everything else. All of these liquids are probably very old, so they need to be thrown away. These are a bunch of tea lights that I have that I'm actually probably going to bring to Louisiana with me for my cousin's wedding, because I don't think I'm going to do what I had initially planned to with these. I made this at Maker Camp last year. A friend 3D printed me. Thanks, Nate. Appreciate you. I'm gonna just empty this. This will be my move to the scroll room and organize box. Let me just go ahead and toss that all in there. Aw, photos from our wedding. We had an amazing photographer throughout the entire process. I loved her so much. Her name is Brittany. I will tag her below if you're in Louisiana. I think she's in northern Louisiana now, so definitely check her out if you have any events happening in that area. Okay, clothes. So I want to keep all of these bins to move them back into the closet. I've had some of these bins from the first apartment we had together. Some of them came from whenever we moved to Chicago and we downsized a ton. I'm going to keep these, and it's going to look very weird in our closet because they're not cohesive at all, but bins are expensive. Peace, be still, my darling. All is well, my darling. Your anxious heart may as well be stone. Oh, it weighs you down deeper than you know. Yeah, it weighs you down deeper than you know. Peace, be still, my darling. All is well, my darling. Your anxious heart. When we first moved to Chicago, we lived in I think it was 600 square foot convertible apartment, which basically means that like the only door in the apartment is to the bathroom, so the bedroom's open to everything else, but there's a wall. Not a studio, but not a 1 bedroom. It's very odd. So whenever we moved, we had to downsize a ton, And I got these little baskets. I think they're from the Container Store. Figured that what I can do is just use this for any like hair care stuff, bottles and whatnot, and then I'll just put them in the cubby that's above the drawers in the closet. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then in the same situation, I got this for all of my old hair care stuff as well. And I think that I'm just gonna use them for what I used them for 4 years ago now.
Oh, darling, don't be scared of time changing us both. Death will meet our bodies, but it'll never touch my soul. If you are afraid, the heavens don't let go. 'Cause darling, I will stay as we grow. Oh.
Sign to throw away your iPhone case. I have not used this in several years. I don't need it. This bag might just end up being what it is, a cord bag. Camera stuff. Ooh. What is this? Woodworker's Shop Journal. Oh, I think that Jared got this for me for Christmas. Like a stocking stuffer. It's really cool. Very handy. This is cool. I now know that I own this and I will be using it. And that box is going to be a lot of like little keepsakes that my dad gave to me. And then I have no idea what's in that big box over there. I think it might just be things that have accumulated and just haven't found their way to a home yet. But this stuff is going to go in the closet and then we'll go through that box together. Got an old dead phone in here. Basics in here, but for the most part, all of this just needs to go. Ooh, I ordered this before we closed on the house. These are house plan, furniture, and kitchen templates. So I've got this as well as a pad for kind of planning everything out. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this, but I'm going to keep it just in case because there's a lot of things in the house that I do want to move one day. This section of the room that I'm currently sitting in eventually will be the main suite, and so this will be the bathroom for the primary bedroom. This is cool. Last year at Maker Camp, they had a plasma cutter and they cut out these templates for you with the plasma cutter. And then you could take it to the welding tent, made some little tacked welds. Brandy from Studio Obey taught me how to weld. It was really cool. Had a fun experience. And then after that, you go and you like polish it. You can get it powder coated, things like that. I stopped at the welding. Super cool. And I love that they had this there as part of the experience. It's a little lantern, and I did have one of the tea lights that I ordered in it, but the tea light has since stopped operating. This truly makes me feel a million times better. I even cleared off my desk in that corner. I spend a lot of time in this room because it's half bedroom and half my office space, so having the clutter-free space just feels so good. Jared actually has to take some time off in a few weeks, and he's been asking me for painting projects, which if he wants to paint, have at it. I will never turn down help for painting, but I think I figured out the perfect project for him. We recently painted our kitchen to get rid of all of the orange, but we didn't paint the stair entry area and the butler's pantry. I think it would be the perfect project for Jared to paint these areas in the natural linen and the Rojo Maroon that was used in the kitchen. This gives him a project and I can spend time focused on other projects in the house. Eventually I want to turn the butler's pantry into a coffee bar and pantry, but for now it just holds glassware and cleaning supplies, which is perfect for the time being. So I think that painting this space would be like so perfect for him because it's easy and I know the color. But this morning he also mentioned wanting to paint the dining room. Of course, there's a lot of work needed to be done in the dining room that I don't currently have time to get to, like the super rough drywall job that I had to do in order to close on the house. But Jared's just tired of looking at the patchy blue on the walls, and I simply do not blame him. Once I'm done patching the holes in this living room, he'll go through and paint the second living room. I decided to move forward with the Bear Sculptor clay for this room, and I think carrying that color into the dining room would be perfect. It will just flow nicely and flow into the kitchen. I also really love the chair rail and paper that's on the wall in the dining room. I think that if Jared just paints it all the same color, it'll add a nice texture without standing out too much. Now I'm going to take some time to really clean up this space. I'll be working in here over the next few weeks, so I want to give myself a nice, clean, tidy space to help the project flow better. I've been using the shelf to organize salvage materials and hold tools as I'm working, and all of the boards in front of the shelf have the nails in them, so I need to remove those so that I can reuse them. Everything you see here will be explained in the next video, so please make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of the renovation process. I'm going to give myself like 10 minutes and just tidy as much as I can, so let's get into it. Not bad for 10 minutes. I really love having a tidy timer. It helps just make me work for that amount of time. I get as much done in that amount of time, and usually I still have things to keep going and doing, which is the case for this, but I got a lot done in 10 minutes. I saw a video that said the best way to demo plaster is to have some kind of bucket with a bag in it, and just make sure that you put your plaster in that because it'll break through a bag. So I've got 2 bags of plaster in this one bucket because I wanted to make sure that I could lift them up and throw them. But this bucket is so heavy. Very heavy. So I'm gonna go bring this downstairs now. In the scroll room, I have so much art to finish. I'm working on a sign for my little cousin's wedding, so I want to get that out in the next 2 days. I am going to be so busy from August through December this year. I don't know what happened, but just all of a sudden, like, swamped. Jared's birthday's in August, so we're doing something big for that for his 30th, and then September we have a concert to go to. The following week after the concert is my first vendor fair, so I have to prepare things for that. October, there's an event early October. The following week I'm going to Louisiana, and then 2 weeks after that, I think roughly 2 weeks after that, is my birthday, so October's fully packed. November is chill. I'm looking forward to November. November, we're not doing a single thing. And then December, I'll be in Louisiana basically for half of December. So lots happening over the next few months and a lot to do to prepare for the next few months. So I'm making this wedding sign and get to work on a couple of the pieces for the vendor fair that I'm doing. Figured I'd bring you along on some of the art that I'm working on. Right now I'm about to laser my logo. I've been doing test pieces for lasering. I have a 5-watt diode laser, so it's not the greatest for cutting, but I'm getting there. This is the red oak laser ready sheet that I got from Maker's Workshop, and this is cherry. Cherry is quite a pain to cut all the way through, but I'm really hopeful that I'll get it here soon. But for now, what I'm going to be working on is just engraving my logo onto the sign so I can move on. design coast to, oh shoot. That is certainly wrong. I like this one. I think it would sand down well, but I want the full dark banner. Let me see what I did for my spaghetti ghost. So this is a spaghetti ghost. As you can see, it's a Pac-Man ghost shaped like spaghetti and meatballs with breadsticks. But I put my logo on this at Peter's house from Petrie's Workshop, and he's got a big fancy laser, and I love the look of this. So if I could just replicate this, this is what ideally I would want for every single project. Also, I'm probably going to be selling this soon, so if you want it, be on the lookout for that. Alright, if this just does not work, then I am just going to do a line instead. So we'll see how that works. I love my laser, but trying to figure out the settings is where things go horribly wrong. I am not a technology savvy person by any means. Alright, this is like test number 8, and I think what I need to do is just get rid of the line. It looked really good on the settings that I have currently for the image, but once it did the line at the end, it just went horribly wrong. So I'm going to put my final piece in here and just send it and hope for the best. So get rid of the line and do the final piece. Let's go. Let's see if this royally messed up my piece or not. Oh my god, yay! Looks good. That looks really good. This is going to be perfect once it's sanded.
Message here on the telephone, 'cause we've no idea when we're coming home. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, running around the world with you. When you smile,
I hated that I couldn't get a good paint job on the MDF, so the top is the new walnut version that I just cut here. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.